What's happening, everybody? Jeff Lightsy Jr. here with the Black Boss channel. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe. Now, Andre Johnson, arguably the greatest player in Houston Texans history. I think J.J. Watt's probably the best player now, but Andre Johnson for the longest time was the best player to ever put on a Houston Texans uniform. He's the all-time leader in receptions, reception yards, touchdowns, all that good stuff, offensive categories. The franchise not that old, but he's the best player to ever come through the franchise. He's a potential Hall of Famer. Like, he's that good. He is telling Deshaun Watson, the current star quarterback for the Houston Texans, to get the hell out of town. Andre Johnson wants Deshaun Watson to get traded. Andre Johnson is fighting to get Deshaun Watson out of Houston. Andre Johnson says Houston is where careers go to die. Andre Johnson says, Deshaun, get out, please, leave. And don't take my word for it, because Andre Johnson is saying that Houston doesn't do well with great players. Houston wastes the talent of the greatest players they've ever had. They should have done a lot more winning in their past and should be in a lot better position than they are for their future. But it's the Texans is basically what he's saying. So I'm going to share my screen and show you the tweet that Andre Johnson put out, just telling Deshaun Watson, get out of town. Like, here it is. Here is Andre Johnson, the greatest receiver to ever play for the Houston Texans, arguably the greatest player to ever put on a Texans uniform. It says, quote, if I'm Deshaun Watson, I will stand my ground. The Texans organization is known for wasting players' careers. Since Jack Easterby, we'll talk about him, has walked into the building, nothing good has happened in/for the organization, and for some reason, someone can't seem to see what's going on. Pathetic. Pathetic. This tweet was co-signed by Deandre Hopkins. Remember the great Texans receiver that they traded before the season for a running back and like a 4th round pick or something, and then he went on to be top 3 in the NFL in receptions and receiving yards and just be another Pro Bowl receiver. Yeah, that Deandre Hopkins, one of the best receivers in the last half decade in the NFL. That Deandre Hopkins. They traded him away for a running back that's past his prime, that's washed, and it was just all stupid, all because DeAndre Hopkins wanted to get paid the adequate amount he should be getting paid. But regardless, so D-Hop co-signed Andre Johnson, and it's getting ugly. And Deshaun Watson, we know that the trade rumors are out there. He wants to be traded because he doesn't like what's going on. He doesn't like the hire GM. He doesn't like the Jack Easterby. Now let's talk about the Jack Easterby guy. So Jack Easterby basically went from team chaplain to like vice president of the organization, to basically running the team. He got in real good with the owner, Mr. McNair, and now he like runs the team. And all of these guys, Easterby, Bill O'Brien, who's since been fired, who was the coach and the GM, and now their new GM, all come from that New England Patriots mantra, right? And so when I don't even know the new GM's name, I can't think of it on the top of my head, but when he was hired, that's when Deshaun Watson said it's the same old thing, because you're pulling all these guys from the Patriots, and none of these guys have been successful outside of being for the Patriots. And even if we take recent Patriots, whether it's assistant coaches or people that come from their scouting department, first of all, the Patriots scouting department is garbage. Like let's be real. The Patriots haven't drafted, as far as their scouting department, they haven't drafted a Pro Bowl player, since Gronk. Gronk's been in the league 10 years. They ain't drafted a Pro Bowl player in 10 years. A lot of them guys just look good because they had 12. You see what happened when 12 left from New England. They ain't the same team. So let's be real. Tom Brady changed what the hell was going on in New England. Bill Belichick, he's the GOAT, whatever. But Tom Brady made him a lot of money. Tom Brady's getting a lot of these dudes hired. These Easterbys and this new GM and Bill O'Brien's and Charlie Weiss's and all these guys, Jack McDaniels, all of these guys have gotten hired because of 12. Let's not get it twisted. Let's not get it confused. And Deshaun Watson knows that. He's like, bro, we need to get somebody who knows what the hell they're doing. Not a guy who hasn't drafted a Pro Bowl player in a decade. No, that's not who we need on our staff to be running our team, and especially when a team damn chaplain is the president. All of this is jacked up, and that's what Andre Johnson was saying, and I'm with him. Deshaun needs to get the hell out of town quick, fast, and in a hurry. The only problem Deshaun Watson has, Obviously, he's on that massive contract. He's getting paid $39 million a year, which he should. Think about it. The man led the league in passing yards, had 33 touchdowns, only 7 interceptions for a team that should have the number 3 overall pick that went 4-12, and he still had those kind of numbers. Yeah, he's that good. He's that good. But if he can get that trade to Miami, oh my God, that will be career changing. He could win a Super Bowl if he gets to Miami. That's how good I think the coach, who ironically comes from New England, is. Brian Flores. That's how good I think Flores is. That's how good Chris Greer has been as the GM with the signings they have made, with the deals they have swung, with the trades they have made. They made the trade to send away their first-round pick left tackle for Deshaun. To send him to the Texans. The Texans paid him as the highest-paid left tackle. And now that's why Miami has a number 3 pick on a team that won 10 games. It was 1 win away from making the playoffs. That's what the Dolphins have done. They look like the worst team in NFL history the first half of the season last year, the 2019 season. And they flipped that into a 10-win team with a quarterback. They're not even for sure on the quarterback. They still won 10 games, a 1 game from making the playoffs. And now because of the trade they made to send away their left tackle, they have the number 3 overall pick in the draft. That's what Miami's doing. That's why Deshaun Watson wants to be there, because they know what the hell's going on. They know what they're doing. So it's just ironic that Andre Johnson, someone who never speaks, who's never in the public light ever since he left football, who's doing his thing, whatever he's doing, maybe in Houston, maybe somewhere else, I don't even know. That's how low he is, sends out this tweet, because that's how bad it is in Houston right now. With whatever the hell's going on with that Jack Easterby guy, who was the preacher and now is the president of an organization. That is just mind-blowing to me. Leave your thoughts and comments down below. Once again, I'm Jeff Lightsy Jr. at the Black Boss channel. Be sure to hit the thumbs up button, like, share, subscribe, and follow me on Instagram at JLightsy7. I post content on there all the time. I'll see you guys